So, good morning, everybody. Hey, Ken, hope you're having a good day. I see you've got a new little background thingy there. Looks really nice. Don't know what it is, but it looks nice. Dimitri, how to do? Drew, Simplify. Rick, howdy. Dwayne, good to have you with us. And James is with us. James, I think you had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Am I wrong on that? Did I see that on Facebook? Happy birthday to you. So I hope you had a wonderful birthday, if it was your birthday. All right. Where are we and what are we doing today? So good morning, y'all. All right, let's talk about something. All right. Let's talk about this. Where's my little drawer? Let's talk about something called, I learned this in my economics class way back in the day. Do y'all know what this is? Opportunity. Come on, work, baby, work. What's happening? I got all these cool little tech toys. Okay, here we go. Dang it. Dang it. I mean, something's in checks. Let's see what we got there. It was good. You had a birthday. Awesome. Let me delete this and let's start typing again. Here we go. So let's talk about something called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? Well, let's say you're in high school, right? And you going out with an old gal and y'all are dating or something, and you're like, okay, we're into this, everything's good, you go to the McDonald's, you get your double cheeseburger with no onions because you don't want your breath to stink, and y'all having a good time and y'all go out for a few weeks. And then all of a sudden, you kind of find out from a friend that the homecoming queen is interested in you. And then all of a sudden you start looking at the old gal and you go, you know what? I wonder how things might be with the homecoming queen when you're in high school and you're dating this other gal. So next thing you know, you're like, oh man, I don't know. If the homecoming queen was in me, should I? I don't know. You hadn't at this point in your life, you hadn't met your most significant love interest. So you're out, you're in the game. And all of a sudden you go, I gotta dump old gal because I'm gonna check it out with the homecoming queen. And the next thing you know, you and homecoming queen, get together and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. I should have done this a long time ago. That's opportunity cost, right? Is when it comes to our trading, we got to go, could our assets be allocated in a better way, right? From going from old gal to the homecoming queen. So that's exactly what opportunity cost is. And you probably never heard it explained quite like that. So with opportunity cost, I got to make a decision. Now, I've been, kind of bragging about, well, watch this. We're going to turn the Goldman Sachs trade around this year, right? When I got into Goldman Sachs, I sold a put because here's what I saw. Let me bring over what we saw in Goldman. Here's what I saw in Goldman Sachs. And I can't believe that I drew these lines a long time ago. I drew this little, a little bit of resistance area. I drew support there. Then I drew the distance between this. I noted we were in an up channel. And I drew this little line here. Look how smart I look like I was. Man, it is smart, right? And I thought, you know what? I think Goldman Sachs is going to go this far. And I'd be danged if it didn't. So you say, Bobby, you're a genius. Well, not really, because I'm the idiot who sold a put based on the information you see on this chart. I sold a put. But then the put started going, I guess, where did I sell the put? Maybe in here somewhere, and the put started going against us. And I'm like, oh man, and then I sold a call against it. I hate calls. I hate them. Hate them. So now here's the deal that I've got to come up with today, right? This is the old gal that I was, dating in high school before I realized that the beauty homecoming queen had an interest, sweet Bobby. So I got to make a decision. Do I keep defending this trade? Right? Do I keep it on? And I think we can make this a profitable trade. Let's go look at it on the Analyze tab. All right, we even rolled and made some adjustments yesterday. So let's see what our Goldman Sachs trade looks like. Ken, you had an audio issue. Do you have audio issue today? Is everything okay? Can you hear me today? Can you hear me now? Make sure everybody hear me. So let's look at
I can hear you now.
Good, Ken. Good, good, good. Now, what is that?
But I missed the Odell story.
You missed what?
Oh, that picture?
Yeah, what is that?
I missed the Odell story. Right. The picture is what is known as a Vauvel computer.
Oh.
Okay. And what Vauvel means, like wings to fly or to spin like a wheel. And that's and what that is, you know what it's a circular slide rule. That's the best way I can explain it to you. It comes out of a medieval manuscript, and the dragon tail and snout points towards positions in the sky, degrees, where the lunar node is. So you set that up and point to a lunar node, and then it'll tell you where eclipses will occur.
Get out of here.
And that's what. No, man. I study ancient astronomy, and the astrologers and the astronomers use that for for a long time. I mean, it's that's how they did it. Today we can just type it into. I got an ephemeris software package. I just type in the date and time, and it'll tell me what's going on up there. And so this is what they did back in the old days.
Ken, you remind me a lot of that just passed away. He's the smartest dude that I know, and you're right up there with him with all this stuff. This is cool.
Well, thank you.
And that's beautiful. Beautiful. So let's look at our position here. Y'all look. So now we've got if you know this structure, you know what we've got on in here, right? We've got a straddle. If price stays where it is today, we're going to make $113 at expiration, right? But we're getting dangerously close to that break even. Now, so what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can keep wrestling with this position. I can probably work it back into this area of a profit zone, a good profit zone. But what am I missing out on? What am I missing out on? Remember we did our little evaluation the other day where I said, man, we need to just, I need to get back to what I do best. Selling a call in Goldman Sachs, that is not what I do best. So I'm really thinking that I don't want emotions to get in the way either, right? You're making a decision about a trade and you go, man, I don't want my emotions to get in the trade because I'm not scared of it. I'm not scared of this trade, right? It's just, do I want to expend my energy, my resources, and my capital on defending this trade? Or do I just want to say, Bob, just head on over somewhere else. Get back to your little micros. You can't even put your gold trade on that you love so much because you're dealing with this evil Goldman Sachs trade. That, by the way, let's go back, that you even predicted, Nostradamus, that the dang thing was going to go to this point. Because all you got to do is take this. Now, that is the width of, let me try to move that thing. There, look, that's what that is, right? I drew a box and I said, it'll move that amount. Watch it go up. It will move that amount. And danged if it didn't. So that's my, not dilemma today, but that's what I'm thinking, opportunity cost. So let's see our whole forest, first of all, okay? Let's see how our forest is doing. I was really excited last night. My net lig was kicking, baby. I'm like, oh man, Bobby, you are rolling in it. All those little, paper losses that you had before, man, they're gone. And then we opened today, and Goldman Sachs was biting me a little. 3.21, and I said, am I tired of it? Am I just tired of my Goldman Sachs? So hold on 1 second here. All right, so let's see what the damage is today. Oh, let me see if I can do this on the fly. We came up with this cool little tool yesterday where I can show y'all my net lig. Let's see if it works. How do I do this? I go this, I go down this, I go screen mirroring. Yeah, here we go. See if we can pull my screen up off of my phone. Where is it? Where is it? I got too many screens. How many screens do you need to trade? The most successful trader that I know uses one stinking screen. All right. Here we go. I think it's pulling. There she is. There she is. Now we pull her up here. Looks like it's a little slow. Let me put my little quick screen in. We can see. We'll make it bigger. Can we make it bigger? So we're at 48,189, 48,192, 48,192, or thereabout. So we're down $615 from yesterday. Most of that because of our friend. All right, so now let's look at our entire forest first before we make any quick decisions on Goldman Sachs. Man, everything's just slow today, including me. All right, what are my deltas? Delta, 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 delta. All right, negative 60.74, we'll say. And our sweet theta, 167.74. And our Vega, 231.39. Okay. So our theta is good, right? We're at 0.35, not a problem there. Here's where our problem has been. Here's where our problem has been is you're allocating too many resources toward buying power. Let's see, that is in case the issue today, 33,128, 33,128. So it's even more than yesterday. I'm a rule breaker, y'all. Rick, you say you're not a rule breaker. Sometimes I am. So I'm using 68% of my buying power. So buying power is too much, but my deltas are in line to basically being, delta neutral with a few short deltas. Now let's go and let's look at our trees. We've looked at the forest. We know the forest is a little sick right here, right? We know it's a little sick. It's okay here and it's okay on the delta. So those are the three main things that I'm looking at. So let's see what everything is doing. Let's see my equities trades. Let's see how they're doing. All right, the TLT trade, it's down 136%. Got 44 days on that, right? So nothing that I gotta do on TLT today with the amount of time that it has. The BABA trade is down 110%. That one's down 551. I don't feel as bad on BABA that I do on Goldman Sachs. Let's look at BABA again. Analyze tab. And I'm glad y'all are using this stuff, right? That y'all are actually using the Analyze tab. We need to spend lots of time in the Analyze tab. So here's where price is, right? And we look, and if it expires, if it stays here, we're up $500. So I'm not as concerned on just the short put, but I just hate the call on the Goldman Sachs trade. So let's go. Nothing really to do in BABA. What else is looking out? Here's the Goldman Sachs trade. There it is, y'all. There is the monster. This one is up $53, but that one's down $9.28. So let's just look at it again in my Analyze tab. Look at Goldman Sachs. So there's our straddle. Here's where we would love for price to be, because if price gets to 315, that's the apex there of the straddle. That's where we make a bunch of money, but it is clearly continuing to go up. And the problem with Goldman Sachs is the amount of buying power that I'm using to keep this trade on. So let's look at it. Goldman Sachs has got earnings coming up at some point, but I'm using $10,000 of buying power right there, $10,000 of buying power to keep that trade alive. So I think I'm tired of it. Not that I can't make it profitable, not that I can't get it back in it at some point, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of defending. Am I admitting defeat? No, I'm saying, y'all, the homecoming queen is calling. Right? The homecoming queen is saying, back over here. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? You got to come back home, my friend. So we got out of that one at, what was it? 465. Yep, 465. Don't slow down on me now, baby. I'm glad y'all like the little yellow thing. I actually bought that a while ago. $12.95 for the pointer. I think it was money well spent. All right, here we go. So now y'all can see where I'm at. So we'll put that in as 465. We will claim our profits there because we're about to take a, let's just Tasty Trade Optimum close. We're about to take a bath on our other one. So we'll go 933. It's my son's birthday. The oldest son, the carrier of the family name, is 11 today. All right, so I made $53.90 on that. So we'll call that a Tasty Trade Optimum close. And if there's a time that, you know, there's never a good time, I guess, to close a loser and say, you know, it's time to ditch the old gal and head on out. But if I'm going to do it, I like to do it in a week where I've booked a lot of profits to begin with, right? So if we go to our weekly premium tab, you and I have already booked $1,600 in wins this week, right? Now we had that rough week last week, right? But we're going to come in here and we'll just offset that to close Goldman Sachs. So it doesn't look as bad. So let's get back to our trade page. Let's get back to our Goldman Sachs call. See if we can close this as cheaply as possible. 27.55 is the mid. Let's get down there and see if we can get it. 27.55. Confirm and send. It's going to probably make me move a little bit. I don't think so. I think it feels. Yeah. God, we even got better than that. 27.50, y'all. How do we do it? How do we do it? So we go in and where am I at? Equities. 27.50. Looks a little better than that. So we'll type in 27.50 there. And I need to take out my option names, don't I? Because they slow this already slow turtle spreadsheet down. All right. And we'll put in today's date, 3/3/21. So we'll just call this other. I'll have one on there. Bobby never sell call close. That's what it should be. Never sell a stinking call, you moron. Now that's going to get away a lot of my negative deltas too, right? So it was giving me a lot of negative deltas in this position. So we're going to have to reestablish and see what our Greeks are now. All right, so we got rid of that. Looking good. And then we'll go over to our weekly premium. We'll go, well, we still had a good week, right? We still had a good week because we still got $794 in profit this week. 86% capture rate because we, hadn't sold a lot of premium. How much premium does it say I need to sell today? $202, right? $202. But let's now look at the forest. Go to the forest. Take all this out because I don't want anything to affect me in any way on the decisions that I have to make. So we got positive delta now. Took our theta down, of course. Also took our vega risk down, right? So now we've got positive delta. So now I think I need to put it all back in. And I apologize for this a lot of times. I go, y'all, I'm a broken record. I do the same thing over and over. I hope it doesn't get boring for you. Smitty said, Bobby, it doesn't. He says, I need the repetition. The repetition helps me. So that's good. So let's see what our little forest says now. So it says that we are 1526, let's say, positive. Okay. And then it says our theta is 133.07. And the nasty vega is 173.85. All right, so we're using 0.28. That's good. All right, we're fine. We're fine there. Now, this is where I made the big improvement by taking that off. We were using $33,000 buying power. Now we're using 23,278. 23,278. 23,278. And Bobby, how you doing, baby? There you go. You're under 50% now. That's good. That's much better than 68%. So we cut our buying power down by 20%. Oh, it's just like a weight is really is just, you know, no adjustment still. So it's like everything is good. So now here's what I need to do. We're positive deltas, aren't we? So what I think I'm going to do now, even though it's my actions page says I shouldn't be selling premium, right? I need to adjust my buying power. You need to be closing stuff, oh Bobby. But let's first off see what our micros are doing before we sell anything. All right, we've been taking one off every day. We've been putting one on every day. So let's see if anything is screaming at us to take it off. I don't have to take something off, but I kind of like to. This one here is giving me a tasty trade optimum close. It's up 28.31. 25% in how many days? 6 days. So it's not a bad one to swap off, is it? So that is the, which one is it? It's one of our short calls too, though. So then I got to wait. Now, wait a minute, Bobby. That's a call that you could take off. Do you really want to take that off because you got positive deltas? So my thing is, I don't think I will take that one off because it's a call, because it's at that profit. Any of my puts that are really doing good here, let's see. Well, that's a call. That's a put, only up 17 bucks, but we could take that and that helps my deltas, right? That's my biggest winner other than the 2 calls that I have. Let me see here. That's line 39. That's a call. That's a call, and I kind of need my calls right now. So we could take off, you know, and just get you a dime or two on this one. I think I will. I think I'll just ring the register, take one off, and let's put a trade on. So that's the 33.90 put. So let's see if we can close it. 33.90. Go back to our monitor tab. Go to our 390. So remember, our deltas on our macros are 35.98. So what did I say that was? A 33.90. Right? Create closing order. Buy it. Let's see if we can get it for 24.50. Come on, baby, give us a good feel. We need it. 24.50. Jack squat nothing. Cancel replace. Come on, let us only bump it up one time. 24.75. Well, keeps going the wrong way. 25. Let's get out of it. Just take it off. There we go. So we bought it at 25. So we go back and clock the profit. 33.90. Where are you? Right there. And we got it a little better than what it's clocking at right now. So we got that one for 25. Let's take the option price out here. Okay. And we booked our little bit of profit. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. So we're out of it on the 3rd, my son's birthday. We made a sweet $17. How does Daddy do it? And we'll just say other on that one because we just did it to close one and to open another trade. So that should have helped our deltas, right? So not only, I mean, it's not ideal to close anything for such a small profit, but it's never wrong to ring the register. So we got profit on that, all right? So that now counts into our weekly premium profits over here, right? So we've got profits now. We were 700 something, now we're over $800 for the week. So now let's look at our deltas. They were plus what, 35 or so for the micros? Yeah, so it took it down, right? So now we're down to about 29, and then this is at 6. So why don't we do this? I hadn't done one of these in a while. So I need to sell some premium, even though I'm a little over allocated, but I'm not too much. It says you need to sell $202 to keep on your track. So here's what I think I'll do. I think I'll go in here, and I think I'll go into the micros. We'll go into the 58-day cycle. And we're going to do something. We're going to do kind of a skewed strangle in here. So normally my thing's been recommending, hey, Bob, do a 5%, I mean a 15% delta here, right? 15% probability in the money. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to about a 10. We'll go down to about a 10, right? So we don't collect as much premium here, but we're getting that one a little safer. So we'll sell a 10 delta there. Then we'll come up here, and why don't we sell a 15 delta call? And I'll show you the entire effect. So there's 15.9. So let's hit the control key to do both, okay? Hit that. Now, so then we bring in a $44.25, and on the micros, that would be bringing in 218. I need to sell 202. My day would be done, and I will be focusing on things that individual stocks. Now, let's see the entire effect of this trade on the portfolio, shall we now? So from there, just go analyze trade. So we'll take it to the analyze tab, all right? And I'm going to hide positions for a minute because I just want to make sure that it's showing all of the simulations that I have down here. I need to clean these out more than I do. Make sure that's the only simulation that I got. No, there's something else. What was this? Diagonal. Close that out. Now there's something in TLT. Close that out. All right. Now, so that's the only one on the table, so I can hit it back now. So let's see what this trade looks like. So here's price, right? Price of the micros is here. You see that the call, the short call, is closer than the short put, right? So that's bringing in negative 0.45 deltas, gives you just a tad little deltas, but it brings you in a very, very nice theta. So now let's compare it in our whole portfolio and just see what this does. So let's go to SPY. I like to beta weight everything to SPY. All right, so instead of going SPY, hide positions, you want to do show all. So it shows my positions plus my one simulation to see what the overall position looks like. And let's do 4 expirations. 4 expirations, and let us look down here. So the delta, let me pull this up. This is how you can tell what's going on. Let me draw you something. Yep. So I'm looking at this line right here, where price is now, right? Oh, it's too big. There we go. So I'm looking at this area right here. Let's see what those numbers do when I take off the simulation. So right now with everything, the deltas are 3.39. If I take this off the simulation, if I take it off, then it goes from 2.90 to 7.38. See that? What's right here. Without that trade, my delta is 7.50. With that trade, my delta is 3.19. And you basically can't get any more delta neutral than that. Now I could make that a little lower. I could move that call closer in. I could move the put, keep the put the same or move the put out. But, you know, no need to do that. And remember, I always said, make daily adjustments. Never worry that you've got to be, I don't have to be negative deltas all in one fell swoop. I don't have to do that. I just do not have to do that. So this is getting me closer to where I need to be. And I've really made a big difference on my buying power, haven't I, today through the whole deal. So let's route that trade, delete all that. So we'll show all, you know, hide my positions. What is that at now? What is it, 44? Now it's at 44.25. Book it down, let's see if we can get it. Confirm and send. 44.25. Nothing. Jack squat. Nothing. Let's do it again. Cancel replace. See if we can get the original 44. Come on, feel me, baby. There we go. So we got filled at 40, right? All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make these a spread or a strangle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this a strangle. And let me just copy anything down here. So I think I know what I'm doing here. We may not. Let's see. So let's go and record our strangle in our macros page. Normally I do both sides, but we're going to manage this together. This one will manage as a single trade. Most of the time I manage them separately. Every now and then I'll do this little deal where I do this. So we did a 40-90, what are my eyes? 3,200. And we'll do Control V for Velament. So that says 424.40. All right, so we'll do, let's see, we need to change the call to a 40-90. And we need to change this, the put, to the 3,200. Now then, Bob, see if that'll work. That should work. So we go to this one. Well, it's not working, is it? Then we go to this, and we'll say we did a strangle. Strangle, not a short call. Come on, Bob, get it together, baby. What's wrong with you? Strangle. Actual delta, we'll say 15. I mean, I could do 15/10, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. We did this one at 58 days. Got in it on the 3rd. And we got a nice little credit of 44 on that, which brought us in $217. Similar order. Yep, 217.06. Now, why aren't you working, little booger? Let's see, D45 equals RTS of the D45. That should work. I'm not sure why it's not working. Maybe an easy, you know, and two, that's another thing, is maybe that's the reason that it's better to manage them separately. But these have been working in the past. I don't know if this is a Thinkorswim issue, why it's not pulling it in.
Bobby, you have a plus sign. If you go back to that formula, you have a plus sign by your call XCME. See that plus sign right there?
That needs to be a negative, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on a second.
You're the smart one.
Well, let's see. Let me make sure I went back and did it strangle. Let's see. I did this as a strangle. Yeah. So basically I can copy anywhere, copy the formula. Well, it looks like it is a plus, right, for a strangle. Plus there. Let me try to paste it again. Because this has been working in here. Let's see, we've had a strangle before in here, haven't we? Didn't I do a strangle sometime? I thought I did. Strangle right there. So I think it has worked. I'm not sure. Let's try to copy paste this again. See if it'll delete all this. Try it again. Control V for Venus. So it says the call is, that's not even pulling up that value. Okay. So, and that's why I like doing them separately. Maybe I should put this in separately. Maybe I should manage this side. We'll see. I don't know. Right now, we'll just call it a strangle and we won't worry with why that's not pulling in. All right. So the good thing about that, though, is now I've got my day complete, even though I wasn't supposed to sell anything, right? And that did hurt our profits, right? So it took it down to now we were $1,200 profits on the year because we closed Goldman Sachs. But again, is it not that I thought that I could win? I mean, think about, especially men, right? How we are. We want to, what did Dwayne say? Do you want to change your evaluation date so the gray area corresponds to the expiration date? Well, I think you're talking about the Analyze tab, right? Yeah. Yep. Change that to today's date. Yeah, good catch. April, March the 3rd. So now let's look at our whole portfolio. Hide positions, portfolio beta weighted. So now let's just hide simulations. Show our little thing, how we're, there we go. So this is 3.3, this is 3.3, there we go. So everything's looking okay now, looking okay. Let's see how my little mountain's doing. My mountain, okay. Not as good as it has been, right? Not as good as it has been. But it's still positive on the top of the mountain. That's where I want to be. And it looks like I got a little bit of a buffer, well, not much of a buffer to the downside. And it starts going down quicker to the upside. So it's all on decisions of, do you want to be stubborn? Do I want to be stubborn and continue fighting that trade? Do I want to continue to fight the Goldman Sachs fight? I really believe that I could be profitable in that trade. But who wants to be the hero? I don't want to be, because I've got other stuff that I want to explore. Remember, we did the State of the Union, the state of the portfolio the other day. We got to be doing the things that we are best at, not those things that we are pretty sucky at. Okay. All right. That was quick today, y'all, for me. Now, I got time. Does anybody need to go over any particular position? Anything you want me to look at? We will evaluate it. We will draw green monsters until we are blue in the face. What y'all got? Nothing? Nothing at all? Well, let's see how our ETFs are doing. See if there's any ETFs that did to us today. Silver trade yesterday. Anybody take the silver trade? Let's go back to our ETFs, which is one of the areas that I feel really good in. Let's see, positions, tasty earnings, presets. Oh, liquid ETFs. Liquid ETFs. Got them sorted here. Silver is still on the top. Wow, it's down again today. And we were going to sell a put spread in there yesterday. TLT, we've got a position on. SMH, the devil's SMH. So SLV is still the best one on the board. Let's just look at it. Look at it real quick, like. Where are you at, baby? Where are you at? All right, let's say silver. 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 And I definitely want to get back into my gold trade at some point. Let's see what our silver trade, what our silver will look like. Still in an uptrend, right? Still. It looks like it is in a little bit of a box of late, right? See that? It's down a little bit today, but it looks like it's down toward the bottom. So that still looks like a good trade to me. It still does. Let me draw something real quick. Like there's no science in this. I'm just looking. I'm just drawing. Just drawing what I see. Let's clone that. Let's clone that. Clone. Let's pull this one down. Let's see what we're seeing here. Then let's do this. Let's go from here to here. And if you're in an uptrend, we might still believe we would do this. Which amazingly, we did that already, didn't we? It's kind of weird looking. So, you know, support, resistance, yeah, could it pop up? Yeah, may it be a while. Let's go back to silver. See what silver would do for us. Our deltas are negative now. Let's just say silver. Silver. Do I want to do something in silver? Maybe 28 days out, 44 days out. Let's change this from strangle back to single. Sleeping single in a double bed. And this again, y'all, I mean, you know, at some point I'm going to be at Tasty Works. I just know I am. I love the way things look. So let's just see silver over here. I love the way the visualization is. So if we go on the table view and we go out 44 days, we get just beyond the expected move of about what, I don't know, 22. Yesterday, remember, that was only bringing in a 33-cent credit. Now it's 37 cents. That has probability getting to 50% and 90%. Probability profit is 77%. I like looking at it in the analysis view here. Kind of cool to see. Here's the profit zone. Here is the losing zone, right? Probability of 50%, 90%. And then what you can do, so if you're down here and you go, okay, I'll sell that 22 for 37, you put it in, you can right click on this as well and go analyze trade. So hide positions. So it should just show that one silver position, right? There's their silver position. So then if we change this to beta weighting your stuff to your SPY, there she is. Make sure that, okay, we don't have anything here. All right, so now let's go show all. Then you can find out what this particular position will do to your overall Greeks, right? Which is kind of a neat thing. I hope y'all are really getting this. This is advanced portfolio management. Most people, I would say, can't do this, but you guys can. So you've got your entire portfolio here, and you want to see how is silver affecting your deltas and your thetas. So right now, with that on, I've got deltas of negative 737. What if I take that off? Doesn't make much difference at all. It's a small trade, right? It goes down to negative 813 without it. With it, it goes up just a bit, doesn't it? Now, what happens to our theta? Look at your theta. With it, it's 115. What is it without it? 114. So it doesn't do much at all. Then you can see, what does it do in your buying power? 23, 165 without it. What does it do with it? 23, 471. I mean, it has really little effect on anything, right? So it's not really maybe giving you a little bit of positive deltas, I think, in your account. Let's take it off again. 730. Yeah, a little bit of positive. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to do that one or not. So I'm probably going to be in gold at some point. So I think I'm going to skip. I'm going to use a little bit of restraint today. I think I'm going to just say, Bobby, you have done well, young man. You have made an opportunity cost decision today. And I think that decision will serve you well in the coming weeks. Hey, baby. That's what fat baby gives me a kiss. All right. Anything else, guys, that you're going to worry about? Anything else that you want to look at? Oh, Rick, I want to bring up something that Rick mentioned in our Discord earlier today. I want to show this to you. Rick, I swear you put something in there, or was it in a message to me?
Yeah, it was in a message.
Okay. Do you mind me showing your message?
Oh, of course not. I have no problem at all. I just didn't know if anybody else, I didn't know if it would turn out to be a decent thing or not. So I didn't want to bother people with it.
No. Well, where's Rick's messages? How did I get to, here's Rick. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. What am I doing? This should pull up everything. Let's go to Rick. Okay, so I'll pull Rick up. And y'all send me messages anytime. So he said, hey, Bobby, this is a hedge trade that was on the Tasty Trade Discord group from some guy named Uncle Tony. All right, let me tell you who Uncle Tony is. If you ever watch Tasty Trade, Uncle Tony is Tony from Mexico. And they talk about Tony from Mexico a lot. So Tony from Mexico, he's even on the follow page of Tastyworks. Let's see, how do I get to the follow page from this thing? Let's see, activity, Tasty Trade, history, follow. If I can navigate here, I never go to this page to see what it looks like. So let's go to follow, and it should bring up Tony from Mexico. Where is Tony? Tony. So Tony is certainly aware of the concept, right? Let's see, I got Mike. How do I get everybody here? Let's see, traders, filter type, date, any range, cert. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but anyway, he is, I think I must have a filter, I filtered looking at Mike's trades for some reason. Anyway, we'll figure it out, but trust me on that one. He's Uncle Tony. So Rick went on to say, if you want, when you have time, could you listen to it? It's only about 5 minutes long and see what you think. So I did watch the trade, and it certainly, I think it's a fine trade. It's a little bit of a hedge, you know, the hedge, whereas our hedge is, if we go to the Analyze tab and we look at VIX, let's look at VIX. VIX. I haven't got it in there recently, VIX. So whereas our hedge is high simulation, single symbol. Okay. So the cool thing about our hedge, right, is you see it go up exponentially, right, with the VIX hedge. But now the trade that Tony was talking about does this. It goes up and you don't lose, right? But you don't win big. I think on his, he was making $17 regardless of where it went. And then it goes down here and doesn't have much profit at all. But at some point, his little hedge does something like this. It goes up and it doesn't make any money, but then all of a sudden here it makes money, right? And it goes like that. And then it goes down like this to where you could lose if it went down way down. But it had a nice little profit area, a little profit tent down here. So yeah, no problem with that at all. And he put it on for a credit, right? So he put it on for a credit so that it was making $17 to infinity up here. It wouldn't lose any money here, and it kicked in if price really went down. Now, he did this trade on the SPY, right? But it could lose money if it got, you know, way over here on the left side. So no problem with that trade at all. I think it's a good trade. Hey, I tell you what, Rick, if you want to, can you share that in the main room? Share it with everybody so anybody that wants to look at it can certainly do it.
Sure. Sure, be glad to.
And I may look at it tomorrow. We may actually just put it on. I think it's an interesting trade to give you a little bit of downside buffer here, right? Which is really what we're doing, that we're needing. And we've got a few of our little hedges on. Let's see what we've got going on. We've got our main hedge is the VIX hedge, right? And that thing is not doing bad at all, considering, you know, it's up a little bit today. So volatility must be up, market must be down a little bit. So our VIX hedge, you know, performing like it wants to. TLT is kind of, it gives us some negative deltas, right? And it's slightly inverse relationship to SPY, depending on its mood, I suppose. And then we've got a put that we sold in UVXY. Got us a little bit of negative deltas there. It's up $8 today. So we've got a few little hedges in. So it wouldn't be bad to put, you know, something like that and try it out. We may actually do that tomorrow. We may actually try that little SPY hedge on today. Now our IWM trade, which is the cool little hedge that we put on, right? That's giving us negative 44 deltas, down 250 today, but that's been a humdinger of a trade. I like it so far. So, you know, that's where we bought the long dated put, and we're selling the put against it every single week, right? And we'll close this thing in 2 days before Friday. Let's see how our RIC trade is doing. Look at the RIC trade, man. The RIC trade is beautiful. RIC trade is up 91%. Now, let me say this. Just want to bring this up to you. I told you I'd have no problem letting my short puts in SPX expire. I'm not the same way on my ES trades, right? So I will definitely close this prior to the end of the day. I will close probably just the short leg. I don't want to take that into the 4:15 session, right? I want to close that before 4 o'clock today. So I'll be getting out of my shorts only, and I'll probably just leave the long, but I will close that one. Any questions on why? I just don't like it. It's because the ES, that thing will trade up to 4:15 after the market closes. And a lot of times that thing can jump significantly in that little 15-minute period. So I like to close it out. Now, Rick was telling us the other day that he put on his SPX trade for the next day. So he'll be putting one on today that'll expire on Friday, right? And he's been doing that after 4 o'clock, and that's fine. What everyone needs to realize, though, is that SPX closes and will settle at the 4 o'clock Eastern time, right? So the one that expires today in SPX, if you go pull up SPX, and come on SPX, where are you, baby? Yeah, the one that closes at today, right? That closes at 4 o'clock. So any movement that happens after 4 o'clock doesn't count toward this day's option. So what Rick is saying is after 4 o'clock sounds, he's going to go into this particular expiration, and that's when he's going to put on his next RIC trade, right? And I think what I'm going to do today is after, well, toward the end of the day, and I could even do it from the 4 to 4:15, or heck, I could even wait till 5, you know, whatever. I'll probably put on my version of the RIC trade, which will be selling a naked put in the E-minis, not the micros, but the E-minis. It's probably what I'm going to do. All right. All right. Good session today. Opportunity cost, right? Not that I couldn't defend that trade, not that I, you know, couldn't keep it going for a long, long time, but do I want to? No, Bobby wants to get back to what he's doing and what he does well. So a call in Goldman Sachs, no, no, no. Is that my bread and butter? No, no, no. Do I want to spend any more time on it? No, no, no. So let's put it in the past and let's move on. So I hope y'all have a great day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Did anybody want to stay over today? You're welcome.